Hello, guys. Sovereign Jane Jenkins here. So, I am talking about my book, P Policy. It's about setting boundaries and maintaining self respect. It's a self help book to elevate the consciousness of society and young women at large. So, the main thing I wanted to talk about today is how cheating is addictive. Yes. So, some people, they want to feel the thrill. They want the dopamine, they want the rush, they want to live life on the wild side. And when they choose to do that, they don't care about who they're hurting. They don't care about the consequences. It's all in the moment. It's a selfish act. They're choosing to be who they want to be in that moment. And that is a character flaw. And you know what? Life is short. Can I be angry at them for making that decision? Of course I can, especially if they did it to you or the insult was to you and you were the one that was cheated on. You have every right to feel the way that you felt. You had every right to act the way that you acted. However, you got to face the consequences. So you can't be out here acting up and reacting from somebody treating you wrong, disrespecting you, and cheating on you. You have to maintain your emotional intelligence. That is the name of the game, no matter what happens. You have to remain in your right mind and not go off, snap, or act out of the ordinary. Now, for me growing up, I always watched my mama get her lick back. When she thought or she felt or she sensed that her husband was cheating, she automatically decided she was going to do something to make him regret it. And the ultimate revenge for her was having children that was not her by her husband's. That was her revenge. Because ultimately, that cheating broke her down day by day, month by month, year by year. She was in a loveless marriage by the end. It almost took her up out of here because it was so toxic to where DV was a situation. And unfortunately, that ended up escalating into a situation that was so unhealthy that both individuals had to separate and get a divorce permanently because there was no point of staying in it. I mean, you have a woman that's broken down and not trusting of her husband, and you have a man that's refusing to listen and to abide by the rules of marriage, abide by the rules of being faithful and treating your woman right, treating your wife like a wife, and being there for her. Like, I think that if you take vows before somebody, you have to stand on those vows as much as you can in this life. Yes, you only get one life, and sometimes you feel like it's worth it, but in the end, is it really worth it? You lose everything. Sometimes your family shuns you, your friends turn their back on you, and you might even lose people. You might even lose your children because they turn their backs on you. So that is a huge risk. And growing up and watching these dynamics play out, it has a significant impact on the children. And children who experience trauma, it takes years sometimes to alleviate that trauma. And you don't know when you're going through it and when you're exploring those feelings, how much pain is going to be placed on those children's shoulders because they have to walk around with that pain for the rest of their lives. It's not optional. There's not a day where we wake up and that pain doesn't exist. It's going to be there whether we are happy or sad. That pain kind of, it's in the background. It's like a cloud that's over their heads, and you kind of have to manipulate it and brainwash yourself into thinking that you are over it and that you have accepted. And that's okay, because sometimes it takes brainwashing. Sometimes you need somebody to sit there and tell you that, hey, you're going to be okay, even though you feel this way, even though these people treated you like this, even though you were shunned, cast out, placed aside, left for dead, and all these things. That is okay because at the end of the day, you're going to survive it. There is nothing that you cannot survive. And if you have that type of pain, oftentimes it makes you stronger because you have developed skills that nobody else has developed alongside you unless they face those same circumstances. And those skills are going to allow you to navigate life more clearly, more distinctly, and more strategically. So don't take those skills for granted. I know sometimes we like to lean on the pain of and feel like victims, but you cannot stay in victimhood. Victimhood is going to keep you stuck in a state of ruminating and thinking that you made a mistake and thinking that it was your fault when it wasn't. It was just the circumstances of the situation. So the book P Policy does go into that and its honest feelings, especially walking along the path of how religious views play a part in it. And coming from Mississippi, you are shaped by Christianity if you have been in the Bible Belt for any significant amount of time, because that's how you're programmed. You're programmed to think a certain way. So cheating is one of those things to where you have to literally dig yourself in and dig your heels in and say, no, I'm not going to do that. I know it's going to cause a lot of pain, hurt, and a lot of issues down the line, or it may not be immediately. Maybe it's down the line with my wife, with my family, with my children, and it's not worth it. But the issue is that a lot of people can't overcome that temptation. And it's like a beacon, and it's calling their names. They're faced with it every day. And unfortunately, they take that leap and they take the chance. And it's up to you to decide who you want to be in this life. You want to be a cheater? Do you want to play fair? Do you want to be morally sound? Who do you want to be? How are you going to heal? I guess that's the better question. After you've gone through all that, made the decisions that you made the choices that you made, how are you going to heal? In a moment, you don't think about that. You just think about what you want and what's going to feel good immediately. But healing is possible, no matter what you've been through. But it's up to you to decide when you're going to start that journey. Sovereign Jane Jenkins. Grab my book. It is on Amazon as well as Kindle and other online platforms, guys.